Welcome back to another tutorial made by me. In this tutorial I want to show you operation overloading or operator overloading. Now how I stumbled onto this topic is I was looking at my YouTube studio and I saw that some of you searched it up and stumbled onto my videos then. So I want to cover this topic. So I just have a blank class named fraction, and here let's just say public int denominator and public int numerator. Nice. Here, and let's just here make a simple constructor named fraction, and let's just say int, and we're gonna make this a float actually because it can be different. So I can say float num float den. Now we have den is equal to den numerator is equal to num, and there we go. Now when we can just create a fraction like this, so we can say fraction fr is equal to new fraction, and let's just say 5, and let's just say 5. In here we actually want to check, so if we could do this using the ternary operator, so we say denominator is equal to den is equal to 0, den is equal to 0, and if yes, then we'll just say 1, and if no, then we'll just say den. Nice. And here we can create a fraction, and if we create another fraction like this, and then we try to add them, so let's just say console.writeLine for real plus for real 1. This will give us an error because the operator cannot be applied to fractions to our custom class. But how do you fix it? Now there's actually a way to fix it. So go back into your class, say public. You don't need public, but you can just say public static operator, and then let's say add. Here we'll say fraction, and we need to say fraction operator to specify the type. So here we have fraction f, fraction g, for example. Sorry, fraction g. Now we need to return something. So for example, we can just return. In here we can say this new fraction f plus f dot numerator plus g dot numerator plus f dot denominator, and so basically how you add fractions, but that's not really how you add fractions. So let's actually change this to multiplication, where you just multiply, and here we'll multiply, and here we'll multiply. Awesome. Now let's test it. And what you should get is fraction. Well, that's not really what we want, but why? Well, because we're kind of just not outputting the numerator nor the denominator. We're just outputting basically the type of fraction. And that's what happens. We return a fraction, right? We return a fraction. This returns a fraction with a numerator and a denominator, but we're just outputting the fraction, not outputting a numerator and a denominator. Now, a simple way to fix this is say public override. Now, I actually covered overloading and overriding before, so if you want to see what it is, I'll leave a link down below, and I'll also leave a link here. So dot to string, this converts to string. So what we want is we return den, and we return numerator over denominator. So I'll just copy this just to make sure. Now let's see. And yes, we get this. Why? Well, because we did this. Now, that's one way of doing it, but we didn't really do anything, right? Yes, and it will give you an error. It won't give you an error, but it will give you a logical error. Why? Well, because we're just saying numerator over denominator. How you do this? You have to do it like this. Now let's test it. And there we go, we have our result, 25 or 25. Now, if you're confused, I just want to tell you, you can do it another way. So let's just highlight this, and let's say this, now, like this, and we can just put this into parentheses. Dot numerator plus slash plus, and then we'll just do the same thing here with the denominator. As you can see, this also works. Why does it work? Well, because this actually returns a fraction, and we just access the numerator. So if we just say for, it's returning a type of fraction. It's returning a fraction, as you can see right here. Now, it's doing the same thing with the denominator. Now, either way you like. Personally, I like to override the dot to string for this class. But yeah, and that's it. I hope y'all are gonna have a great day. Click here to see overloading versus overriding. Click here for whatever video pops up. And please subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thanks so much.